Look, they're back. The Brocs. Famous innovators, by the way, of the front bumper that's on roller skates. Did not know that. Almost a year ago today, I reviewed the Brooks Adrenaline 24s. These guys right here. And I came away from that review saying that these were one of the best running shoes that I had ever had. And after living with them for a year, using them for every single workout, I'd like to make some corrections to the review. Don't get me wrong, these are still one of the best Adrenalines that I've ever had. I think that this might be my 5th pair, but one of the biggest issues that I had with these guys after living with them for a year is, well, they kind of suffer from something that I like to call the Brooks pancake effect. You can see, look how thin those are. They used to be so perky, so full of life, and now look at them. I'm tired, brother. I'm ready to sleep. They're worn. You can definitely see, yeah, this is typically where it wears the quickest. And what was once nice and grooved is kind of smooth. It's kind of flat. Another big issue that I had with them, the inside right here of the heel, so firm. I actually think that in the review, I said that it was nice and plush. It was very padded. And after a while, that plush has started to kind of wear down a bit. It's almost like having a pillow, having it for too long. It starts to get compressed down and it starts to get very uncomfortable. They're pretty firm, actually. I feel like I could nail in some nails with that. So overall, a good shoe, genuinely a good shoe, but it suffered from its faults. Enter these bad boys, the Brooks Adrenaline 25s. So aggressive. Boom, there they are. So you can see some of the styling. Definitely a little bit different compared to the 24. What Brooks has done is done some cosmetic upgrades to the 25 because this is a big deal. This is the 25th anniversary of the Brooks Adrenaline series. And that's nothing to sniff at. I love Adrenalines. I think that it's a good quality pair of shoe, and to have 25 iterations of them, 25 years of Brooks Adrenalines that's a big deal. They've served their purpose. They're a stability shoe. They help people a lot with plantar fasciitis or other foot ailments. If you need some support, that's what these shoes are best at. And with the Adrenaline 25s, they've added some cushioning in the heel and most importantly in the toe box area. Now has 10 millimeters of heel to toe drop compared to the 24s, which had 12 millimeters. Some cosmetic improvements include this collar right here and this like pull tab for the heel. When I first bought these, I really thought that it was going to be some cheap sort of knockoff thing, but no, it's nice and stretchy. It's good material. I like it. One of the biggest improvements I think is the tread down here. You can see that it's a little bit thicker. There's a different kind of tread. It feels different too. The other almost felt like a soft rubber. It felt like if you just scraped it a little bit with your thumb, it would just kind of wear off. But these guys, no, they feel like new treads. They feel like they're gonna get me through a snowstorm in Denver. Material's good, nice and squishy on the inside, and the heel. With the extra foam, you can definitely tell that there's more padding. It's not as firm. Now it could get compressed over time. That's the thing. It's a little hard to say what a shoe is going to do as far as comfort wise, because it has to take like 6 months to really break in and show its long-term effects. But for right now, no, it's nice and cushiony, especially in the toe box. It almost has like a trampoline effect. It's a nice responsive shoe. I think that the stability is good. But if you didn't think that there were any negatives with this shoe, you owe me an apology, because there definitely are. The colorways, I mean, Brooks has had this issue time and time again. I even said it in the 24s video. Brooks's styling just, I feel like, isn't very good. I thought that these were an okay colorway, but the women's shoes especially, it's just basically the same play on white and pink and white and purple. It's so boring. Actually, what is the colorway of these shoes? Black, Ipanema? Ipanema? I looked up the pronunciation of Ipanema, and the first video that came up was, why are Brazilians so hot? Well, anyways, black, Ipanema, and mint. Man, I love your shoes. What color are they? Thanks, man. They're black, dill, and Pancake, Texas. Also, I mentioned it earlier, but this collar right here, it adds nothing. It really does. It adds nothing. My initial thought was maybe it was supposed to be a stabilizer like soccer shoes almost. It doesn't actually, like the collars of soccer shoes don't actually add anything to the stability of your Achilles or your heel or your Achilles heel. It's just more like a comfort, but this doesn't add anything. If anything, it just rubs against your Achilles and it kind of annoys me. Another thing too is the heft of the shoe. I'm not really a big weight guy when it comes to running shoes. I kind of don't really care about how much a shoe weighs, but the 25s are noticeably heavier than past iterations of the Adrenalines. I did kind of a stupid thing, but I ran side by side. So I had a 25 on one foot and a 24 on the other. Apparently I've got two right feet. And you could definitely notice that the 24s are significantly lighter than the 25s. And at $155, are they worth it for that much? Everything is expensive now. All prices have gone up, but still $155 for Adrenalines? That led me to the question, is it worth it? Well, to find out, we need to have a challenger. Challenger incoming, challenger incoming. Oh no, look out. It's the 24s coming in at $119.95, $30 cheaper than the 25s. I've lived with these shoes for a year now. I've trained with them every single day, and I think that that's what Adrenalines are good for. They're great everyday running shoes. You just slap them on, you go do your workout, you come home and you make bacon or whatever you do. And during my time with these running shoes, I was very happy. One of the main reasons why I got Adrenalines in the first place is because I have plantar fasciitis, and that's what support shoes are best for. That's what Adrenalines are best for, is for people with foot ailments, plantar fasciitis, flat feet, to help rid you of your symptoms. And I never had any issues with my plantar fasciitis with these running shoes. Never ever. I do believe that that is very, very important for comparing these two. I mean, it's worth mentioning, I haven't had any sort of issues with these guys as well. I believe, and this is a personal taste, I believe that these look better than these guys. I almost feel like these shoes look like something that you'd find out of like Walmart. They look just, I don't know, cheap. Like I said, I'm especially not a big fan of this collar. The colorways of the 24s, especially now, are much better than the 25s, and the padding as well on the sides here has held up great. I was really worried about right here, the wearing and tearing, but no, it's held up fine. Are these shoes, these 25s, better than the 24s? Yes, 1000% they are. It could be new shoe syndrome, but I really genuinely like the feel and comfort of the 25s more than the 24s. I think that Brooks did a good job adding padding in the heel, but especially the toe box. That's where it's the most important, is the wear and tear of your toes or of the treads right up here. Having thicker treads makes me feel a little bit safer, especially if I'm running in the rain too. I actually felt like I was gonna hydroplane in the 24s, but are they worth the price tag? No, I don't think so. I think $155 is way too steep for Adrenalines. It really is. If you can cop the 24s or the 23s at a much more discounted price than the 25s, I say go for it. But I highly implore you to take your services to your local running store. Skip the big box stores if you can. Go try them on for yourself. If you find that the larger heel to toe drop is more comfortable for you, it's what works for you, I say go for it. These are worth the price of $120, $115. I do think that you should give these guys a try when they come out in running stores. See if you like them, see if the extra padding is for you, and then, if you can, wait until the holidays are here or wait until they go on discount, because I really don't think that these are worth $155. But hey, maybe that's just me. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this. I really, really do appreciate it. More content to come. And until then, I'll see you next time.